can't reach you. Yeah, boy, go in. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, guys, welcome back to the channel. We're not wasting any time getting into this. If you guys don't know, the Social Gloves people that are hosting the YouTube versus TikToker boxing match, they had an event the other night where a bunch of YouTubers got together to fight for a chance to be on the main card. Me and Ricky pulled up to the event. We both fought. I made it to the stinking championship round. I beat this one guy. I beat Wassabi, and then I fought Austin McBroom's brother-in-law in the championship round. We're gonna be doing a little breakdown on that because honestly, if I'm being completely honest, I think I got robbed from winning the championship round.
Everyone there and everyone online who's seen the fight thinks he won, bro.
Literally all the comments on the YouTube video that they posted about the full fights, almost every single comment is saying, yo, Nick should have won that, Nick should have won that, Nick should have won that. And we didn't even tell anyone to comment that.
Everyone seen it. Everyone there knew it, bro.
There shouldn't have even been a third round. I thought he won the first two clear. He landed more of the big shots too.
But if you're watching this, everyone go over to their YouTube channel, Social Gloves, and comment on that video and say, we want Nick Ireland in the fight. Because if enough of you guys go over there, they will listen because they want a fight that's gonna sell and they want a fight that people want to see.
And the people want NCK.
That's what I'm saying.
We got vlogs coming out of this entire trip, all of our training and everything leading up to this moment. But we wanted to make this because the hype around it right now is just so hot, so we had to drop this.
So without any further ado, we're gonna break down exactly what happened in the fight, what was said, what was cut from their video that you guys don't know, because a lot of things changed once we got there. They were telling us stuff over text, and then we pulled up in person, and then they just completely changed the rules.
Everything.
And also something I forgot to mention while we were filming that video is Social Gloves posted this, and they said they're picking 8 new fighters to be in the fight card, and then we pull up the other night, and then they're like, yo, we're only adding 1 more fighter. I'm like, bro, what is that? You said 8, we flew out here, we trained all for this, and then you're just gonna change it at the very last minute?
There was a bunch of other fights that went down before the championship, but we're gonna skip all of that for now and focus on the fight that really matters, NCK versus Ryan.
So keep that in mind. It was me in the black shirt and black gloves against Austin McBroom's brother-in-law, who's related to Austin, and Austin is pretty much one of the main guys in charge of like this whole event. So keep that in mind.
Keep that in mind.
And also, before we started the fight, they said it was gonna be 2 rounds, 1 minute each. Keep that in mind because the fight actually ended up going 3 rounds. We'll get into that in a second. Without any further ado, we're gonna break this fight down.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Championships, let's go. What are you on, bro? You way bigger.
Bruh, as you can see right there, we're like a couple seconds into the first round, and literally man just hugging me and pushing me into the ropes. You can't just shove someone and run them into the ropes. That's not boxing.
Bud was trying to play football and Nick was trying to box. That's what it was.
Use that jab. He can't reach you if you jab. He can't reach you. He's small. He's small. Use that jab. There you go. Body work. He can't reach you, bro. You too big. You too big. He can't reach you. Yeah, boy. Go in. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Fuck yeah.
As you can see right there, I popped him just slightly with a jab, and then I came in with the straight left.
Yeah, boy. Go in. Let's go, baby.
Hit him right in the face, snapped his head back, pushed him all the way up against the ropes, and then I come in to finish him off. I start punching. And then literally, Bud wraps me up and runs me into the ropes all the way on the other side. Just literally hugs me and then runs me into the ropes all the way on the other side of the boxing ring. And then you can see right after he was hugging me into the ropes, the refs broke it up and I literally shoved him off of me because I was like, bro, I'm trying to box. I'm not trying to give you a hug, okay? So I pushed him off of me, ref breaks it up, and then we start again. And then as soon as we start again, I come in, boom, pop him with the left again.
Let's go! Let's go, baby! Fuck yeah! You feel different, bro! Yeah! Let's go!
Buddy's dazed a little bit, and then I run in, and then Buddy grabs the back of my head.
He grabs the back of his head and starts doing some illegal move. Like, you can't grab the back of the head in boxing and starts doing like...
So they had to break it up again.
Right! Let's go, bro! He can't reach you! He can't reach you! He can't reach you! No! Get it! There you go, bro!
Like, what is that, bro? You're grabbing the back of my head and then literally just pounding in uppercuts. You can't grab someone's head like that. That's not boxing. Those are illegal hits. In a real boxing match, you cannot do that.
Like, those are deductions of points right there. So I want to have a real ref, like, break this down. Because not only did you dominate that first round with all your clean hits, he should have got minus points.
Exactly, exactly. All I know is that I definitely landed more clean hits, but let's keep going.
No! Get it! There you go,
As you can see again, buddy shoving me into the roast while he's hugging me. And that right there was the end of the first round. As you can see, we pretty much put the entire first round in this video and literally just count the hits, man. Look at the shots, literally knocked his head back multiple times in that round.
He can't reach you!
I got touched maybe a few times. Look at the marks on my face. There is none, exactly.
Clean hits, NCK all day. He had like 3 or 4 clean hits in that round. And Ryan, no real like really big hits.
And also, I forgot to mention this in the beginning, but Bud is 28 and I'm 18. But that doesn't really matter because I still beat him in that round.
Also, he had been training for a year. Nick has been training for literally 1 week. That doesn't matter though, because at the end of the day, it was a fight.
And at the end of the day, I still got him in the first round. And now into the second round. This was supposed to be the final round. That's what they told me. That's what they told literally everyone in that room. They're like, we're going 2 rounds, 1 minute each. So this is the second round. Keep in mind, I still think it's the final round. So this final round, I'm literally giving everything I got because I know after this, that's it. And I got to give 110 stinking %. I'm not leaving anything out there. As you can see right there, in the very beginning of round number 2, I come in, boom, pop him with the left again, tap him up with the right again.
What are you doing, bro? Step back, step back! Yes! Step back!
Boom, popped him again with the big right. He tapped me with the jab barely, but I literally knocked his head back. And I'm not gonna lie, he got a few hits on me. I'm not gonna lie, I definitely had some hits on him. But if you look at the hits, mine were definitely way more clean hits than his were.
Yeah, his were just like taps to the body and then a few like light jabs. Every time you hit, it was like
boom.
crack to the head.
It was like those were significant shots landed. And as you can see right there, Mans did it again, literally grabbing the back of my head like this and just throwing uppercuts. You cannot do that. You can't do this and just start pounding the person's face in. You can't hold them.
Illegal move. So even if you give Ryan the advantage on the punches in this round, which he didn't have, that's a minus point right there.
Exactly. You can't be doing this. What the heck is that? If it's a street fight, then sure, you can do whatever you want, but this is boxing. That was the end of round number 2. He popped me with a few light hits at the end of that round, but still, I think I definitely landed the more significant shots because none of his shots were really that significant. They were just a few pops. I wasn't really like dazed.
You had significant strikes. He had maybe 1 and then a few body shots and a few jabs. I would go giving NCK the second round too, but at the very least, especially with him holding his head down, I would go an even round. And if you go an even round on that one, Nick won the first one, even round on the second. I think it was 2-0. I think it was clearly 2-0, but even if you want to be a little biased and you go 1 and a tie, that still means he won.
That still means I won.
And even if you are delusional and are not seeing any of this and you give Ryan that second round, Nick dominated the first round. There's no way that Ryan dominated that second round.
Here's a little highlight clip of all the significant strikes I had on him.
He can't reach you! Let's go!
did not see any punches from him that hit me that looked that significant. Literally, all those were super clean, and they knocked him back, and those were big hits.
So right as the second round ended, I jump in the ring and start celebrating, because in my mind, it isn't even close. Nick won that. Even Evan, our cameraman, was like, yo, Nick won that easy. I would not jump in the ring and start celebrating if I did not know 100% that he won. And I start celebrating, going crazy, and everyone in there knows. And then they go, third round.
Because they could see I literally gave everything I had in that second round. Bro, not professional at all. They're like, yo, just throw another round in there. After, keep in mind, I already fought 2 full fights before this. So did Austin McBroom's brother-in-law. But literally, they're just like throwing on stuff and making rules as they go.
I should have been in there and been like, no, bro, let's watch back the footage right now and decide. Because if you watch back the footage, it is clear as day, this man won.
Like in a real boxing match, if someone doesn't get knocked out, they don't just say, oh, add another round. Add another round. They go and look at the scorecards and they're like, yo, this guy won, this guy lost, or is tie.
Every single comment was NCK is the people's choice. The people want him, and at the end of the day, the fight is for the people. The people are gonna be buying the tickets. The people are gonna be watching. So if you wanna sell this fight, put this man in. If not, you're making a dumb decision.
We're gonna play the third round. I'll admit, I definitely took L in the third round.
For sure. But even if you take L in third round, you won the first 2.
So what is that? 2 out of 3? So 2-1. So
2-1.
I still took L.
Let's go. Final round. Get this, bro. Let's go, fellas. Come on, Nick. Yeah. Come on, Blake. Bro. Let's go. Body, Ryan. Let's go, Ryan. Let's go, Ryan. Wait. Oh,
watch that back.
Wait.
Yo, back of the head. Yo, here he is, back again with the illegal hits. Just grab the back of my head and start pounding my face in. Just grab the back of my head like that. You cannot do that, bro.
He wants it, Nick. Get it, get it. Swing, take it, swing.
Look, oh, back of the head again. Back of the head again right there. Holding the back of the head.
Let's go, Rick. Swing his head. Go, swing his head. Swing his head. Hold the back. Swing. Let's go. 5 seconds.
Bro, and that was it right there.
That was not, bro.
That was it right there. Even while Nick was absolutely gassed because he used all his energy in the first 2 rounds like he was supposed to, there wasn't many clean shots in there. It was this.
Definitely not a lot of clean shots. Definitely not a lot of significant shots, to say the least.
At the end of the day, this is for entertainment. So which one's gonna be the more entertaining fighter? Ryan, who's hugging up and throwing like these punches like this, maybe he had a few good ones, or Nick throwing some big sling haymakers in there, going for the knockout. You're gonna wanna pay to see that. You're gonna wanna see a fight, not a hug fest or a tackling match.
Exactly. So everyone, go over to Social Gloves YouTube. They just posted a video about the entire fight. Go comment you wanna see me in the fight. Say, yo, I wanna see Nick Ireland in the fight. And also go to their Instagram at Social Gloves, DM them, comment, spam their post, literally blow them up and say, yo, we want Nick to be in the fight, because if enough of you guys go over there, they'll be like, dang, the people really want to see it, and honestly, that's what they want for this event. So if the people want to see it, there's a good chance it might happen. I'm still gonna keep training. I've been training for a week now, and I literally bodied everyone in there.
Yo, it's time now, gonna get no run.